Hello, welcome to my channel. My name's Laura. If you're joining me once again, welcome back. If you're new, I like books, and today is a little bit of a different video. I feel like I've climbed Everest today because I started a book, Onyx Storm, as you will know, because I did mention it in my very first video that I was currently reading it at the time. This book, I started it on the 26th of January 2025 and I have finished it finally today. This book has been haunting my currently reading list for 530 days. Now for this one, I finally finished it today. It's the kind of book where I need to hug Cappy because I knew it was going to be traumatic. I knew it was going to be drama filled. So this is a hug a Cappy kind of book. The thing is, this isn't even like a review of this book. It's not even like a review because the thing is, it wasn't that. This is a very good book. It's a 4-star book, but it's also a 0-star book. It's weird. I mean, has anybody else ever had a book on their currently reading list for that long? But I love this series. It's great. I love the characters, but that's the problem. The problem is that I love the characters. And this is the sort of series that's becoming... It's not even just drama. It's just straight up suffering. Which, I mean... So we all know this book now. We all know it's been out long enough. It's been out a very long time. But this, I mean, put it this way, I've taken this book to the Sheffield ice hockey playoffs twice. Still didn't manage to finish it because it wasn't even that the book's not good. The book is great. The book is amazing. This one's got really good world building. It's a war book, basically. My issue is I really like these characters and the villains that she's sort of crafted for this book. The villains are basically... They were once your friends, and anybody in this world can become a villain if it is that they take the magic from the earth. They take, rather than, because the magic system in this one is that it works with a balance, but if you take more than, like, without giving back, it corrupts your soul. So the last book was ended where our main male character, Zayden, we like him, but your boy's weak. He's so weak. He wielded dark magic. He took it from the earth, and he's been on this journey, this long, agonizing journey to becoming a venom, which is what they become. And it's just, it wouldn't have been as bad if she just straight up killed him off in the last book, but the way that they're going about it with the whole, he's turning to the dark side slowly and trying to keep him good. It's just been the most agonizing journey to read, and you know they're going to go there, you know they're going to push it over the line. But so I've kind of been reading it like this, like, you know, you want to get to the end, but you don't want to get to the next chapter because you know she's going to make you suffer, because I think there's going to be like 7 books in this series. But like I said, I've never, well, it's happened before, but for the reasons of this one being, because normally I've normally been able to knock a book out like this in about 3 days, but because it's a stressful read, so it's not an entertaining read, but when it gets you, and then you kind of like, she could take anybody away at any time, because obviously it's war. And then obviously all the stuff within Dana, so you've got all of that kicking off with her other dragon. I mean you all know the ins and outs of this story, but it does leave you in a funk because you know this is only book, is it book 3 of a 7 book series? And I think, I mean, I've heard people say this before, but I do have to agree with them. I think the issue with this series was she wrote herself into a corner all the way back in book 1 by getting the main characters together in book 1. So then she's like, damn, I've got them together. So then you're like, well, then you've got to create more drama because you've got them together, you've got them to the end game, but you've still got a ton more books that you want to write in this series, you don't want to kill them off. Or if you're going to kill them off, it's going to be like way down the line. So you're like, okay, I've got to create drama, I've got to create suffering in order to continue people's interest in this series, but it just makes it an absolute drag to read at times because it's so freaking stressful. So it's a weird book because to me it is both a solid high 4-star book, but it's also a 0-star book because it's the world, the magic system, all of that, I love it. But then the stress of them potentially going to turn and the slow walk that they take to becoming these evil characters. I mean, it speaks to how well these villains are written, that they are absolutely, you're not rooting for any villains on this one. You don't want anybody to become these villains. But it makes for a stressful, traumatic read, and I kind of hate it, but I love it. So it's one of those that it's not one, this will never be a favourite series because it's so stressful, but yeah, it's one that I will get to the end of, but it's probably going to take me years and years and years to actually get through each book, especially if it is. I mean, did she leave with a hint that the main character potentially did some dark wielding? Because the one dragon mentions, oh, I'm not going to let them burn you. And I'm like, that's not just a throwaway line at the end there. Is she going to have red eyes? What's going on? Don't like that. So then we've got stress for the next book out with, have you done it to the main female character now as well? Is she going to be able to resist? Did that even happen? I don't know. This is where this book is so stressful. But like I say, I'm glad I've finished it now. I'm glad it's not haunting. I'm currently reading this anymore. I mean, this is absolutely wrecking my stats when it comes to my Storygraph stats. But okay, I got through it. I acclimatized. I got there. Oh man, it's so good, but so it's not even like, it's not a bad book, but it's like, it's a book of suffering. And there is an odd section of books that I have got. I mean, the Zodiac Academy is another one where it's taken me a long time to get through that because you like the characters so much, they're almost real to you, that like the stakes in these books are huge. And they're huge, but you're so invested in them not going to the dark side, winning the wars, that it becomes like a really tense read, and it's not like an enjoyable one. Which, I mean, so you can see that it speaks to the fact that I really do like these characters, really do like this story, but absolutely hate the antagonists in this. And it's the fact that it's the characters that we really like that ultimately end up becoming these villains. And it's another one as well where you're like, everything they're coming up against, there's always like, no, that can't be cured. No, that can't be done. And you're like, we need some sort of little bit of hope somewhere in this story. And I'm hoping that she does start giving us crumbs of the fact that they're going to win this flipping war eventually, or have some kind of hint that everything's going to be okay. But like I say, have you ever had a book that you're reading but it's difficult to finish because of what's going on in the story, and it's, you know, it's stressful to read? You know, it's borderline not entertainment. This is kind of like, well, would you say torture porn? Because they make us suffer. They make us suffer. Like I say, it wouldn't be so bad if she was straight up just killing everybody off. If they were just straight up killing everybody off, she's a good writer though, definitely. And I'm surprised. I kind of knew from everybody's reactions online that I was maybe going to need to hug Cappy after reading this one, because people were putting book slumps. People were like stressing when they released the fact that they're coming out with a 4th book, but they've had to say, no, this is not the next one. It's just something else in the world. I knew we were in for it, and that was kind of what was putting me off as well, because of how the last book left. I kind of knew we were in for a bit of a bumpy ride, and we were in for a ride that wasn't going to be entertaining, which every now and again, it's nice to read these books that are a bit darker, but if it is that you're just suffering for like 500 pages, this is when it's like a slower read for me. So I'm glad it's off. I'm currently reading this now. It's taken, like I say, 530 pages. It's crazy. But I've never had a book that's so up and down with the rating that it's like it's 0, but it's also 4, a high 4. Never had that ever. Have you ever had that ever? If there is a series like that, I mean, I'm kind of, maybe they've bought the next book out because we all need a bit of a break from where this one has actually gone. It's so good, but it's just so stressful. Yeah. Thank God for this guy. So yes, Onyx Storm. I finally managed to exercise it from my currently reading list. I feel freed from having this. This has literally been dogging me for 530 days. This has just been my nemesis. So this series, yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see what she does with the next one. Hopefully she gives us a break at some point. Hopefully she gives us a break, because I even feel like when they finally killed off one of the big antagonists in this book, it didn't even feel like a win by the end, because you're always waiting for the next drop. So she is a top writer. This series I'm going to have to sit it in the middle, because I think the first book is just so good. It's great, and then it's just like we're going into territories now where it's like suffering reads. So I will plod on with it. The next book will probably take me 6 million years to read, just like this one. Oh God, and I've got to finish Zodiac Academy, which I'm kind of in the same boat with Zodiac Academy, where it's on there, but I'm not able to blast through it quickly, because it's like, so I'm kind of dragging out the suffering as well, because they're making me suffer. So these books, they're just like a cycle of suffering, but at least I've managed to get rid of one of them off this list. I have literally climbed Everest. This has been my personal Everest. Little Minnie never wants to pick this one up again, but I'm never going to be able to get rid of this book, because I love this series. It's not, wow. Yeah, just a suffering city. 530 days of suffering. But I did it. I achieved it. Gold star for me, gold medal for me. So thank you for sticking with me today. And if you've read this book, I'd love to know your thoughts. Did you blast through it? Did you enjoy it? Did you love the trauma? What are your theories for the next one? Do you think that Violet did go down a dodgy path, just like Xaden? Has she dark wielded? Let me know, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a wonderful afternoon, and I'm going to go and hug Cappy today to get over the trauma that is Onyx Storm.